Is that on?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's time. Wake up, everybody.
Is this on?
It's Monday.
Okay.
We're back at it.
Yeah.
Mike and John got it going on, brought to you by Jordan Genso, official Gigo Realtor. And for this Monday, unfortunately, Cougar not able to be with us today, so hopefully we'll have her back on next Monday. And over the weekend, of course, the Easter holiday weekend, and I believe it was on Friday, you had your pool open, correct?
Yes.
And,
Earliest opening for me this year. And I think I might be doing early openings.
I was like, well, it's going to be 75, 80 maybe by the end of the week.
But, yeah, I mean, right, to take advantage of the warm weather.
I was pool shaming you for opening so early, and I apologize for that.
But you know what? Not a lot of worms.
That's kind of disappointing after our worm discussions of last week.
I didn't really know when the worms found their way into the pool. I thought it was like at the end of fall. But I think they
were just waiting for you to open up.
I think they come in the spring. So when you open your pool in mid-May,
I don't know.
Maybe they've got a month there or 6 weeks to hop in.
Crawl
we opened it. We caught them early.
Have their pool party.
We took that cover. Aha!
You beat the worm.
And the worms are like, Jigs, it's up, run!
The jig is up. More pool talk soon to come. We also have a very big announcement. A new member joining the Gigo family, the Gigo team.
It's out of control. HR. Well, we need an HR now.
we can't afford to hire all these people.
I mean, oh my God.
So we'll have the official announcement coming up soon.
The Christmas party is going to be nice now because before it was just you and me. And it was kind of lame.
Yeah, your entertainment was pretty boring.
I know, it's lame. Now we got people.
Now it'll be really fun.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll give you more details on that in just a bit. Also coming up today, a classic musical coming to a local high school.
Absolutely.
And can you say, I mean, I guess it's kind of classic now. I mean, it was such a huge Broadway show.
Right. And then it was a movie.
Yeah.
Based on a band and their songs.
With only 2 letters in their name.
Yeah.
4 times.
Yeah.
Or 2 times. 2 times. Yeah, there was 2.
But 2 times 2 is 4.
Yeah, something like that.
This is the kind of stuff you get here.
That's why our Christmas party was so boring. Let's get to local news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. A National Transportation Safety Board investigation released Friday indicates poor weather and pilot error likely caused a 2021 plane crash in northern Michigan that killed 2 men, including one from Livingston County. Killed the November 15th, 2021 crash near Boyne City were 61-year-old Kenneth Daniel Yacht of Pontiac, who was piloting the plane, and 21-year-old Corbin Dennis Kennedy of Howell, a student pilot, who officials said wanted to become a professional pilot. The flight originated out of Oakland County International Airport in Pontiac. It climbed to a cruising altitude of 16,000 feet on its way north to the Boyne City Municipal Airport. The NTSB report said the plane gradually slowed down from 129 to 88 knots as it approached Boyne City. The wreckage was found just over 3 miles short of the runway and appeared to have hit the ground nose down. Witnesses near the accident site told investigators it was sleeting at the time. Analysts determined that the Beech E-90 likely had a lake effect band of heavy sleet during the end of the flight that caused low visibility. Investigators also noted the plane's manual warned pilots to keep a minimum 140 knots during icing conditions to prevent accumulation. The report concluding that Yacht's failure to do that contributed to the crash. The Marion Township Board of Trustees recently adopted Livingston County's first ordinance allowing large-scale solar projects, while other townships, including Conway, Iosco, and Cohocton, have instituted moratoriums on utility-scale solar projects. The Marion Township Board, at a special meeting March 22nd held at Parker Middle School, voted 7-0 to adopt a more than 170-acre solar farm overlay district that runs south of I-96 to Francis Road. The ordinance stated that its intent was to supplement rather than supplant agricultural activities, while also protecting the public health, safety, welfare, to mitigate adverse impacts on agricultural lands, naturally environmentally sensitive areas, and developed residential areas, and to preserve scenic views and cultural heritage. Trustee Greg Durbin said the ordinance, as written, was comprehensive for the foreseeable future and should be approved in order to protect the township's interests. The township's attorney noted that it could be revised if necessary in the future. And the boil water alert that had been issued Thursday for City of Brighton water customers was lifted over the weekend. City officials on Saturday said there was no need for customers to continue to boil their water prior to consumption, as both sets of samples that were obtained did not contain any bacteria in the water. Officials say there are no further steps for water customers to do. The advisory was issued after a water main break early Thursday involving a 50-year-old large 12-inch cast pipe that broke 7 feet below the surface on Washington near 3rd Street. Officials say even though crews completed work late Thursday to get pressure restored, the boil water advisory had to remain in effect until Saturday afternoon when they got the test results to confirm it. And that's what's going on.
And news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. And you've got less than a week now to get your raffle ticket and support Fund to Life, non-for-profit. They're doing amazing work for people here in the community who really need it. Tickets are just $200 to make a big difference, and you could win with that ticket $10,000 of a jewelry shopping spree, a $10,000 jewelry shopping spree. You have a 1 in 100 chance of winning. See Cooper and Binkley Jewelers for details. You can find them online at cooperandbinkleyjewelers.com or stop by the store in downtown Brighton. Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton, sponsoring our news, Gigo News. We do have a big announcement. Do we want to get to that, or you want to? I think we should. We should let folks in on the newest member of the Gigo team, a very well-known person here in the community, in media, recently retired, and is now a part of the Gigo team.
Well, I wouldn't say he was retired as much as they retired him. But,
nicely.
Yeah. But we're talking about Gillis Benedict, of course, who's with the Livingston Daily for more than 2 decades. He worked for other papers like the Southland Herald and the Milford Times. He's been just a mainstay of Livingston County events for years. And
probably the nicest guy on the planet.
He is about the nicest guy on the planet.
He really is.
And he, last year, the newspaper industry not flourishing,
was folding,
and so he was
kind of told, you know what,
hey,
we don't need
thanks.
you to take pictures for us anymore.
We'd give you a gold watch, but we don't have one. But he, instantly, of course, because of his expert, photography skills, he instantly found a job working at General Motors, actually, photographing parts and working for them in that capacity. But, we had a chance to talk with him, and we said, hey, we really appreciate your skill and your expertise and your experience covering Livingston County events. Would you be interested in helping us do that for Mike and John Got It Going On? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. So we're happy to welcome Gillis Benedict.
Are you sure Gillis was like, yeah, absolutely? Didn't we have to twist his arm a little bit and buy him lunch and stuff like that?
We're on.
Oh, that's right, we're on. Yes, he was enthusiastic.
Yes,
practically.
he was. Of course he was.
He almost passed out.
I mean,
it was such a great offer.
Yeah.
But really, Gillis is such a nice guy, and we're happy to have him aboard on the team. So you may see him out covering some events for us,
right?
Taking pictures and things of that nature. So
look for his excellent pictures and. He's and the thing is a lot of people think, oh, Gillis is a photographer, which of course he is. He's also a journalist. He has covered events and basically more than just taking the pictures, although his pictures are just awesome. But also finding out more information and giving you a sense of what the event is about and being able to put that all together. So we are more than happy to welcome Gillis to the Gigo team.
All right, kind of has a nice flow to it, doesn't it? Yeah. Gillis at Gigo.
Yeah. Maybe that should be his
It
email.
Could be. We'll work on that.
Yeah, we'll have to Gillis at Gigo.
Yeah, kind of like that. Sunday Night Trivia last night brought to you by our OG sponsor, Firehouse Doors, serving Livingston County for over 25 years with unparalleled service and products. A stumper. A new study discovered that having this in the workplace can make one seem less intelligent than when they're not at the workplace. The actual study said dumber. I thought I'd be nice and say less intelligent.
So when this is in the workplace, you seem dumber.
Yeah.
Then
you become dumber.
If you had this at home.
If you and I were in the workplace with this, we'd be dumb and dumber.
Right.
Yeah.
And I would say right now, we do not have this operational.
Not right now.
In the Gigo studio, although
we could.
It is available to us if we wanted to use it, but we're not.
Right.
Right, because we don't want to appear dumber than we are.
That would be really bad.
Right. So, yeah.
Dan said a name tag.
Right. Well,
I always hated wearing a name tag.
Right.
When you worked at a place, or even when we were in radio and you'd have to have your name tag on. It
was, I don't know, I always found it.
Or when you go to some event and it's, hello, my name is, and you have to write your own name, and then you run into the person that can't write very well. They have bad penmanship, and you're looking at it.
Right.
And that makes you look dumb.
And then if it's
So
a
I see
woman who's rather buxom, and you're like,
I love your names. I mean your name.
oh,
Hey now.
up here. All right.
Debbie said operating a vending machine, moving right along.
We do need an HR department now. Jeff said, trying not to offend, but a political party hat. That would be, depending on your
either way, that's
orientation.
probably not the right thing to wear.
Right, exactly. Well, I'm just saying,
our good friend Uncle Bill. Remember Uncle Bill? He chimed in and said a boss. Madonna said a printer.
Yeah.
Probably, when it's not functioning correctly and you may be using a few descriptive adjective type words to that printer.
Me? What are you?
I'm not talking about
Are you
just
implying
anybody. We've all been through printer issues.
That's my favorite scene.
What's wrong with that thing?
Office Space is when they take that printer fax machine out into the field.
That's right.
Show it who's boss.
Katie said personal knickknacks. Like that ceramic frog that she could have won one time at Wheel of Fortune. Things like that.
Pamela said, no workplace diplomacy.
Yes.
Like, that's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. Boss. That never goes down well.
Mary said bubble gum. Well, there is the fact of chewing gum,
you're
but if it's
snapping
bubble
it.
gum, I guess it kind of, if you're blowing bubbles at work.
Right. I mean, and if you're snapping. Bubbles aren't that annoying, although they can be. It's the snapping of the gum.
Gum snappers.
Yeah, gum snappers. No, that's not right.
Boy, a lot of people said a computer or a copy machine.
Right, those tend
Yeah, those are great guesses because they do kind of they do test one's patience.
Katie said personal knickknacks.
That's what I just said when we were talking about the ceramic frog.
I know, but I wanted to.
Yeah.
I thought about, our. Personal,
those aren't knickknacks. Those are
these are collectibles.
They're going to be valuable someday.
Yeah, well, sure.
That's our retirement fund. We're in trouble.
Wow.
Yeah, that's our 401k right there.
All right. And so no one got the right answer.
No, should we carry it over?
No.
No.
What are you trying to get out of work? The hell? Should I just read the news again tomorrow? I'll just read it Tuesday too.
Wow. No, it's actually dim lighting.
Yeah.
Can make you appear less intelligent, probably because you may be tired. You may think it's nap time. I don't know, but that's what the study found. So
when
light up the office, light up the
Right.
workplace, light up everybody. What are we, sticks?
Now, when you think dim lighting, sometimes I think like a bad fluorescent light.
Oh, the
Like
fucker.
where one of them's out.
That's when the killer's
you
in the
know.
building.
Right. One of them's out, the other one's kind of flickering a little bit, and you're like, okay.
Okay. We're going to die. So that was your answer. We'll have a new trivia question coming up tonight, apparently.
Sorry. Didn't know you had a plan.
No, Well, it was the holiday weekend. I figured a lot of people
No, but
probably didn't see that question.
you stumped him.
All
Take
right.
the win.
I'll take the stump.
Take the win.
I'll take the stump. All right.
Take the
There,
win and you
that's
move on.
one for Mike
That's
this
right.
week.
You're starting off 1-0. Fella, it's better than the Tigers.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. What's the record now?
Well,
2-7 or 8
my plan that they were going to go 35-5 is now
maybe it was
Not
5
happening.
and 35 is what you were thinking.
maybe I got the numbers
Yeah,
transposed. You're right.
You were dyslexic on the L and the W.
So
what are they now?
They're 2-7.
Yeah, 2-7. Oh, that's just we're setting the
But
table.
yeah, and you know what? We're nice and comfortable in the basement
Yeah.
of the AL Central.
Look at the Tigers are in the basement too.
We're taking it's all ours. Meanwhile, the Twins up at the top. Hey, what are you doing down there?
Hey, when you come up, could you grab something out of the freezer?
Get that lasagna when you come up, which will probably be, never.
Hey, Miguel, on your way to the Hall of Fame. Could you grab the Stofers? All right.
It's a shame.
Yeah. All right. So unfortunately, no winner last night in our trivia. Firehouse Doors sponsoring our trivia. The OG sponsor, Mike and John, got it going on, serving Livingston County for over 25 years. Your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead doors. And for the past 22 of those 25-plus years, Firehouse Doors has been Livingston County's only authorized dealer for CHI overhead doors. Call Firehouse Doors today, 810-599-7480. Did you ever see Mamma Mia?
I did.
They didn't ask you to be in it?
I didn't see I didn't see the Broadway play. I have seen Mamma Mia on stage.
I've seen clips when it's on cable.
I saw the movie.
I didn't see that's what I mean. The movie I've seen clips of.
The movie.
Not so much.
Yeah, not so much.
All right. So apparently, Mamma Mia is coming to Howell.
Yes, the Howell High School Performing Arts Department putting on Mamma Mia at the Rod Bushy Performing Arts Center.
Did they know we're calling
I
today?
don't know. Maybe they're singing.
Take a chance.
Take a chance and answer the phone.
Allie Johnson and Ella Stocker.
Yeah. Okay, then.
Maybe their performance has been postponed due to weather.
I don't think so.
No.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated...
All right. You know the drill.
Yes, I have a Makita drill, and I
I
have a DeWalt.
This is our standard. Maybe
Call back again.
Maybe instead of hiring Gillis, we should have hired a receptionist that could make these calls.
Yeah,
for
and
us.
say we have them holding for you online
Right.
too. We'll try again.
Mrs. Wiggins.
Now, is this Allie or Ella's number that you gave me?
I believe it's Ella. Oh, see. Hi, is this Ella and Allie?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, good morning. It's Mike and John. Got it going on, and we were happy to make a connection with you this morning and talk about Mamma Mia.
Yeah, good morning.
All right. So, Allie, you play Donna, the character of
Yes.
Donna, and Ella, you're the assistant director and stage manager.
Yes, I am.
All right. So let's start with you, Ella, and talk a little about the stage design and the show in and of itself, and then we'll talk a little bit more about Allie and Donna.
Yeah, totally. This is my first time working with Joey Burgum, the director of the musicals here at Howell, and I loved working with her creative process. We went to a show over the summer in Dexter and took a lot of inspiration from their set design. So it's just like how you would imagine Grease. It's blues, it's whites, it's like summery and fun. Yeah, floral, just all that fun stuff. And then the show in and of itself is just exactly what you'd expect Mamma Mia to be. The music is incredible. Obviously, it's ABBA. And then, the show is just so fun. There's so much dancing, and the connections with the cast is just so great.
Now, with a show like Mamma Mia, of course, which was a big Broadway smash, and then, of course, a hit movie. So the production that you're putting on, I mean, is this something that, because I think a lot of people obviously saw, the stage production, but more people probably are familiar with it through the movie. So for the production at Howell High School, is that something that is more attuned to the movie or more towards the stage show? Obviously, it would seem like the stage show.
I think it's more attuned to like the Broadway version, but the movie is pretty similar with the songs. I was more familiar with how the movie ran, and so getting the first script and reading it over the summer before we started, I noticed a lot of changes. Like there's a lot more songs, and the storyline's fairly similar though. Like people can expect what they know from Mamma Mia.
So, Allie, you're playing Donna, former lead singer of the 70s pop group. And, so Allie, are you a senior?
Yes, I am.
So,
Right,
but you have to play a mother
Yeah.
in this show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're playing a mother to Haley Matta, who plays Sophie. So that's got to be a little bit of work on your part to have that motherly role.
Yeah, I've known Haley since I was in middle school, and we've gotten along very well. We haven't been like super close up until like this year, or we have been close. We've been like friends with each other, very good friends. But like this year, I feel like we've just connected a lot more since we've had to spend like more time with each other, and I feel like that is like a mother-daughter relationship is kind of like what our relationship is like. Like I always try to look out for her, and I just feel like I feel like it was a really good fit for us for like being Donna and Sophie. We get along very well.
Does she roll her eyes at you a lot?
Only
Are we talking about the play or in real life now? No. Well, listen. So, Allie, were you familiar with the music prior to getting involved with this production?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
I love ABBA music. I always listen to it, mostly because my mom is a very big like old music fan, so she always had something like nothing modern on. So I always had like some kind of like ABBA music or like 80s music. So I was very familiar with everything, and I just really like ABBA and all their.
Well, there's a lot of harmonies in what the group did, and I guess we'll ask you, what's your favorite ABBA song that you guys get to perform?
Oh,
I think I know what
Mother.
it's going to be, but we'll let you answer.
I love Does Your Mother Know, and it's not like one of the like more
Not one of their biggest, not one of their biggest hits. Yeah.
Yeah, but I love that song so much. It's so fun, and it's just like it's a little like skit in the movie, and I just really, really like it, how fun and like bubbly it is.
Right. I mean, it's integral to the story, too. I mean, that's the whole thing about Mamma Mia, is that they've taken these songs and sort of weaved them into this story, which, you have to put together. So, Ella, as the assistant director, you said this is the first time you had to work with Joey, who is the director. So, what have been some of the challenges for you?
Well, I have spent all of high school working with our drama teacher, Miss Mallow, and on her plays. This is the first musical that I've worked on since my freshman year, and the freshman year musical got shut down because of COVID. So just like working with the music and like having that being a whole part of a show that I've never had before, it just adds a lot more weight. But this cast works so hard, and so like having that as an obstacle or as something that I feared going into this process, the cast took it on so well that I was so overreacting before I even started.
All right, so let's talk about when the show opens and how folks can get tickets.
Yeah, so if you go onto our HHS Performing Arts Facebook, you can go. There should be a link there to hellperformingarts.ludus.com, and the shows are Friday the 14th at 7, Saturday the 15th at 7, and then Sunday the 16th at 2.
So kind of a limited run here. So if folks want to get tickets, they got to jump right on this.
Oh yeah, and they're filling up fast. Yeah,
I would imagine so. Such a popular play, and I'm sure you guys are going to do a great job with it.
Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for joining us, Ella and Allie. We appreciate it, and break a leg on the 14th, 15th, and 16th.
We appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thank you. Again, Mamma Mia coming to Howell High School, the Rod Bushy Theater. Get those tickets online and on Facebook as well. There's links for Mamma Mia. So what was your favorite part in the play? I didn't see it. Like I said, I've only seen the parts of the movie while flipping through. It's like, oh, this is Mamma Mia. There's Cher.
Well, there's a dream sequence that is interesting. I guess it depends on what production you've seen. So it'd be interesting to see what Howell does with this. But
the dream sequence is your favorite.
Well, it's a feverish nightmare. All
right, go ahead.
So of course we are brought to you by Jordan Genso. He's the official Giggle Realtor. I prefer to say he is the exclusive Giggle Realtor.
That's what you prefer to say?
Yeah, I prefer to say that.
It's your preference.
Well, he's exclusive. Maybe we could franchise this out.
Exclusively official?
Right.
Or officially exclusive?
Yeah. But nonetheless, of course, we appreciate Jordan Genso bringing Mike and John got it going on to you. Whether you appreciate it or not is a different story. But, of course, community servant, community realtor. Jordan just very involved, of course, in the Brighton community, a member of the Brighton District Library Board, and somebody who's been very involved, of course. And as we've talked about with our little Jor bits, for the past few weeks, sort of detailing his experience in the industry, all the different ways that he's sort of learned about the business itself and how he can help you, whether you're buying or selling a home. And you can give him a call to find out more, 248-444-9777.
Well, especially if you're a first-time buyer, that's one of those things because that's kind of your learning house. And if you have somebody that's been in the business long enough and is honest like Jordan, he's going to tell you, this will be a good fit for you or this might not be a good fit for you because of this. So whatever the housing issue is, whatever has been found in an inspection, or an inspection.
Sometimes when you get an inspection, you have a lot of expectations. Then you get the report back, and you're like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I didn't know I had this much work. Jordan, why didn't you tell me? He will tell you. Yeah. So it's buying a house can be stressful. Selling a house can be stressful. Jordan can help you out. Give him a call today, John. That number
248-444-9777.
Way to do it.
All right.
Coming up in just a minute here, we'll get to our 2-cent history lesson. As we were talking about, John got the pool open this past weekend, worm free, and I have you put us on the John cam again?
Yeah, we're on the John cam.
We're on the John cam.
My microphone's blocking.
I know it's all a part of your plan, isn't it? Do I have to move back here? So John opened his pool this weekend.
I did.
I know you do a lot in the production here of the show.
Yeah.
But I don't think you had authorization in HR, and everybody else said that you could change cameras on a whim.
Hold on.
The key grip. There you go. Did you get it? Okay, yeah, we look much better now.
There we go. This is perfect. All right, I'm sorry.
So John sends me a picture of his pool on Friday and says, "Pool's open. Want to come over for a dip?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "You first."
No.
And of course, on Friday, you know how the weather was.
Well,
it was not pool friendly.
And as anyone knows, you open up a pool, it takes a few days to clean that.
Yeah,
thing
you got to clear out the dust.
To
Got to get the winter.
to jump right into, but
I would.
But now we're getting some warm weather this week, so
yeah. Now I'm a little jealous that
looks like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah,
for once.
Pulled the wool over everybody's eyes that time, didn't you?
So you'll be thinking twice
when I judge.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
Probably not. But of course, Roman's Pool Supplies and Service crew came out on Friday, and they were right on it and very professional, and had some questions about different things, and they were very helpful.
Like, where's the worms?
Yeah, where's the worms?
What happened to all my worms?
But each year it's like something different. Before we or after we closed the pool last year, we put in a new patio, so we had construction in our backyard. And when I say we put in a patio, I mean I wrote a check for a company to come put in a patio. I was
going to say, you didn't see John smoothing out the cement.
No.
Saying, we got to change.
So that construction, it kicked up a lot of dust and dirt, and that got into the pool. And so there's always something different to deal with each year. And I think that's been something that I've sort of learned being a pool owner now for, 6 years.
You know how Gilda Radner used to always say, "It's always something."
Well, it was
and with a
Roseanne.
Yeah, Roseanne, but it was Gilda Radner.
I know.
But still, every year, and I too as a pool owner, and Romans is taking care of us too. Every year, it's always something, and whatever it is, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just you have to expect,
right?
Just like when you're shopping for a new house, if you have a pool, there's always going to be something that you either want to improve or you have to fix. And Romans can take care of you in that respect.
Right. And, of course, for those folks that have pools, Romans is a great place over the summer to make sure that they're getting you the chemicals and the free water analysis to make sure that the pool is nice and clean and ready to go. And, of course, they are hiring, so it's a great summer job. If you're 18 and over, give them a call today, 517-545-4555. They'd love to hear from you, or online, romanspools.com.
All right. Today is the 10th of April, 4/10, as opposed to 10/4.
Oh.
Do you know we're halfway to Halloween? We're getting close to halfway to Halloween.
Halfway to Halloween.
Yeah. It's like
So
because of
6
Halloween.
months. Well, no.
Yeah, 6.5 months.
Well, you have to wait till the end of the month.
Yeah.
Then we'll be halfway.
Halloween's coming up. Well, we're going to a masquerade ball
You know that
on
we're
Thursday.
Do you
so-
realize we're 6 months from October 10th?
Yes, we are. You know what happens on October 10th? We get a little closer to
At
Halloween.
that point, we're just 3 weeks from Halloween.
Exactly. Today is Golfers Golf Day.
All right.
Golfers or Golf Day. Golfers Day or Golf Day.
Oh.
Either one or both. Or it could be Golfers Golf Day. Or it could be the day after the guy who won the Masters gets the green jacket and the big money.
There's a new guy, and I don't remember his
Rahm,
name
I think it
already.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had it on during our festivities yesterday.
Family gathering.
Yes. Everybody's watching TV
And you're like,
when is this going to end so I can get rid of these people? No, I was not saying that at all.
not out loud.
International Safety Pin Day. National Cinnamon Croissant Day.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's National Sibling Day. We celebrate our sibs.
Yes.
We probably see a lot of pictures on social media of here's me and my sibs.
Right. I have a pretty groovy picture of me and my brother.
Yeah. Wearing paisley.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paisley thing in the
It
1970s,
looks
like 75,
it
76.
It more or less looks like we went to an audition for the Brady Bunch.
Part of Johnny Bravo. Salvation Army Founders Day is today as well. 1790, the U.S. patent system was established. Before that, it was a free-for-all. You invented it, you had to hide it. You had to hide whatever the formula was, whatever the designs were. But then the U.S. Patent Office opened, and you could file for a patent for that thing. Put a patent on it, they said.
Did Beyonce sing that?
That's where she was inspired from.
Was that what that was?
The first hotel in Hawaii opened on this day in 1825.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine what the rates were back then? 1825 in Hawaii. It wasn't even a part of the United States then, right?
No, we hadn't stolen
Not
it yet.
until 1950-something,
Okay.
when Richie and Potsy and the gang had the frat house party. In 1849, the safety pin was patented on this day.
Oh.
on International
now we know.
Safety Pin
Okay,
Day.
well, that's good to know.
When's the last time you used a safety pin?
That I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
How many times
did
you poke yourself in
well,
a darn safety
you think
pin?
about it, you think about them for diapers, but we
Yeah.
never used them for diapers because.
I remember when my
Yeah.
sister was little.
Really?
We still used.
Okay, man, you're old.
But those ones had the plastic on the
Right.
on the insert.
Were they the
part.
big ones?
Yeah, they were the
Like
big. Well,
the-
yeah,
yeah.
you're holding a diaper.
Right,
You
right.
know, that thing gets wet, it sags.
Well, that happens whether you get the Velcro or.
Aren't you glad
Yeah.
that they've come to the Velcro stuff for Depends now, folks, or pull-ups?
So, well, there's sometimes you see, you're like, wow. Like, I'm surprised that kid can walk. It's like weighted
It's kind of
down.
waddled.
Yeah.
It's kind of a penguin duck feel. 1866, the American Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals was formed.
It's the ASPCA.
Yes, it is. Well done. It says right here, the ASPCA. Then you see the commercials. And here's Sarah McLachlan.
You start crying. Get out your credit card. Just make
Don't
her
they
stop-
make you feel guilty enough
Make
where
her
if you
stop
don't
singing.
do something, you're the one that
Yeah.
harmed that animal?
Right.
1871, the first ever circus opened in New York. Are you surprised it was New York?
Well,
In 1912, the Titanic embarked on her maiden voyage.
it sure did. It also was the last voyage, but, you know, that doesn't take away from its maidenness. Yeah.
It's maidenness?
Yeah.
Your maidenness?
You know, it did make one stop. So it did.
To the bottom of the water.
No, that was the second stop.
Where was the first
It
stop?
left England, and I think
I didn't see the movie, so if you're gonna spoil it for me.
it stopped in Ireland, and then it hit the
They had to pick up the beer and the potatoes.
Right. Yeah. So you know, it made one port of call.
See? There you go.
And then it didn't.
A press release by Paul McCartney was put out on this day in 1970, announcing his first solo album was interpreted by the press as a declaration that he was quitting the Beatles.
He'd had enough.
McCartney started the legal proceedings to do so December 31st of 1970.
Right.
So it wasn't until the end of the year. It was a tax
But
thing.
the Beatles, they'd really broken up once they did Abbey Road. They were like, okay. And when they went into the studio to do Abbey Road, they knew we're done after this.
They've had enough, they said.
Hit the road. The Abbey Road, that is.
Oh, my God. Really?
Okay.
Really?
Hey, this is the kind of humor you expect from this kid right here. Here on Sibling Day. It's me and my brother.
Look at all that hair, man.
I know.
The paisley, that's
man.
sharp. Is that buttoned all the way to the top?
It is.
Wow. You didn't want to show any of that chest hair.
It's quite a star. It's quite,
Or you're
quite a
about
look.
12?
Oh,
No, you're
I'm
like
the younger
9.
one in there. Oh, God, I'm probably like 5. What are you kidding me?
5? Boy, you had
Yeah.
a big head. Peter Frampton.
You know, you just shut up.
1976.
You're a
I'm
jerk.
just saying it for your brother. 1976. You called me old earlier,
That's
so
something you would
one
say,
remark
yeah.
to safety
All right.
pins and diapers.
My
and
brother
look
will
at you.
probably text you later.
Yeah.
Good going.
1976, the bicentennial year. Peter Frampton camps out at number 1 in the U.S. album chart with Frampton Comes Alive, the biggest selling live album in rock history. Didn't everybody have that? Well, you might not if you were so young.
No, but then, well,
Frampton Comes Live.
I had Foghat Live.
Everybody had Foghat Live.
Tried to get rid of it, and they didn't want it.
And finally, in 2019, the first home delivery service by drone began in Australia by Wing. That was the name of the group. Part of Google's Alphabet company. Delivered by Wing.
What were they delivering?
I'm not sure. It was in Australia. Koala bears? I don't know.
Was it a knife? You
Really?
open it up,
That's the
and
Australian-
You go, that's
Maybe-
not a knife.
If it was a Foster's.
This is a knife. Sorry.
That is your 2 cent
The entire
history.
experience of Australia,
Australia.
is Crocodile Dundee.
Foster's Lager,
Yeah.
too.
So-
Came in a big can.
Well, that and Men at Work.
See, and Kylie Minogue.
So,
See, we know a lot
yeah,
about Australia.
So,
in excess.
So a Vegemite sandwich.
Yes.
Uh,
Foster's Lager.
Foster's Lager.
Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, so knife.
And then Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue, nice
Yeah.
tushy.
Thank
And
you. Oh, hers.
yeah. You know, when they put the Kylie Minogue wax figure at Madame Tussauds that people kept coming in, they had to rope it off eventually because people kept pinching the butt.
Of a wax figure?
Yeah. So just like, wow.
Okay. Wasn't it the same place they had Clinton's with the zipper down?
Maybe it was Clinton.
All right.
In the other wing.
That is your 2 cent history
Yes.
lesson. If you're in need of car maintenance or repairs, Murphy's Family Auto, the place to go for all your auto repairs and vehicle maintenance needs.
That's right.
See
They got
how
the
I
whole
did that?
shebang.
Yes, they do. Call 517-552-3040. They're open on Saturdays from 8 to 1 for your convenience. They know that you work all week long, so why not stop by on the weekend? Give them a call today. They can take care of you, and you can get 5% off. How so, John King?
Well, just tell them Mike and John sent you.
Yeah, 5% off. Look at that. They call it the Mike and John bump.
Well, yeah, they do.
Without a dent.
Well, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, it's true. We do.
Murphy's Family Auto. Your car knows.
Right. So check them out, murphysfamilyauto.com online. And again, want to remind folks, if you would like to support us here at Gigo Inc. And help out everything we do, we've received some very generous donations in the last week, and we want to thank everyone for being so kind. Ann Richardson stepped up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for anyone else, that can help out,
Remember Tammy?
Tammy and
Fenton?
Doug from Fenton. Yeah.
Well, Tammy said Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, did she
From
just text?
Australia, too. Yeah, it's right there on our
Gosh,
on our
she's
Giggle
right.
line. Yeah.
Tammy's right.
How could we forget that?
How
Olivia
could
from
we
Greece?
forget? Yeah. Well, AC/DC. What is wrong with us?
It's Monday.
Okay. Tammy's going to want her money back. So,
No refunds.
but again, we appreciate everyone stepping up and supporting what we do here to bring you the daily news and events of Livingston County. Just earlier we announced our partnership with Gillis Benedict. He's going to be, covering some of these events in Livingston County over the course of the summer, bringing his expert eye to that. And so we're expanding the Gigo family, and whatever support you can offer us. And frankly, it doesn't even have to be financial. If you can just let our advertisers know how much much you appreciate their support, that really goes a long way. So if, again, just a kind word, social media or otherwise, to any of our sponsors to just say, hey, I really appreciate that you guys support Mike and John got it going on. We appreciate that as well. And the Venmo QR code is up on our screen right now, and anything anybody else can provide, we're always appreciative of that.
All right, now
well.
with the QR code, John's going to tell us what QR stands for first.
It stands for the QR code.
That's right.
Yeah.
QR means cue this. For those that don't know how to use a QR code, you have to use your phone, right?
You
hold
scan
it up
it.
there. Yeah, you scan it with your phone, and that way you can link to the donation site, right?
Right. It takes you right to Venmo.
I'm really not good at the QR, John.
You're
which
not?
means for quality retainment, quick release.
No.
Quality right there.
Quick release code.
Well, you had the money, and it releases it really quick.
If you're quick releasing with your phone,
gentlemen, if you're over 50 and suffering from quick release, use our QR code.
It actually stands for quick response.
See, that's what it means too.
Now we know. See, I didn't even know until you asked that question. I'm like, I don't know. I've always just used QR code. I had no idea.
You have to learn.
Now I know
in
it's
this
QR.
damn show,
you know
right?
what's funny? My wife asked me over the weekend, not about quick release, but
honey, have you heard those ads?
but because we always mention Firehouse Doors, our OG sponsor, and she goes, "What does OG mean?" And I'm like, "How did you not know
The
that?"
original guys.
But guess what?
It stands for
What does OG stand for?
original groupies.
Nope. Old Gangsta.
Oh,
That's what, but it means original.
Right.
It means original.
Old
But
Gangsta.
but OG specifically stands for Old Gangsta.
Yeah,
And it's not gangster,
gangsta.
it's gangsta.
Yeah, they save on the ink with the R.
It's really about helping the earth.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, it sure is.
Well, on that note,
See, at the end of the history lesson, you finally learned something.
right.
All right.
People are deleting that
We
QR code off their phone right now. So,
Quick response.
yes.
Mike and John, your quick response guys. All right. Let's giggle. Let's get on out of here.
Put that on the billboard. Okay. All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with Cousin Jeff and Tossback Trivia.
You've been giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.